At the end of Mortal Kombat 11, Liu Kang didn't just win. He reset time and chose to train the Great Kung Lao. And then, nothing. Instead of continuing that story, we got Mortal Kombat 1. Another reboot, another reset, another new era. But here's the problem. That's not what fans were waiting for. Because what MK11 set up was something Mortal Kombat has never fully explored, ever. The era we were promised. The Great Kung Lao era wasn't just another timeline. It was the first Mortal Kombat tournament, a completely different time period, a chance to build something new without rewriting everything. No timeline confusion, no repeated arcs, no constant resets. This wasn't a reboot opportunity. This was an expansion opportunity, and NRS completely blew it. But I'm going to tell you why this would have worked. If NetherRealm Studios followed through, they could have introduced new fighters naturally, reimagined legacy characters as ancestors, build a story that actually moves forward instead of resetting over and over and over again. But most importantly, it would have respected the timeline fans were already invested in. What we actually got was MK1. And while the gameplay had its moments, there were decisions fans could not ignore, such as the bad Kameo system replacing the traditional death of 1v1, missing staple characters like Sonya, Jax, and etc. And then no Krypt mode has to be the biggest disrespect in Mortal Kombat history. But last but not least, monetization choices like paid fatalities. It didn't feel like progress. It felt like things were taken away and we were being charged for less. It's almost like inflation. We're being charged so much for gas, but we're getting a little less, and the gas is just burning out in our vehicles a lot quicker than usual. Now, the controversial change is this. There were character changes. We all know that. Changes to characters like Cyrex and Sector included gender swaps and redesigned directions, sparked debate across the entire community. Not because fans couldn't accept change, but because of when and how it happened. At a time where core fans were missing, the story direction felt unclear, and trust was already shaky between NRS and the fans of Mortal Kombat. Those changes didn't feel like evolution. They felt like distractions. And this is where everything connects. The issue isn't just gameplay, it's trust. Fans were told this was a new era, but what they experienced felt like another reset, less content, more monetization, and changes that didn't fix the core issues. That creates a disconnect between the game and the players. Now, the real loss is the biggest missed opportunity of the Great Kung Lao era. It was the solution. At a time where players are tired and fatigued of reboots, story consistency matters more than ever. Competition is higher than ever. Mortal Kombat had a chance to build instead of reset, expand instead of rewrite, evolve instead of restart. And they didn't take it. They essentially left money on the table. Mortal Kombat didn't struggle because it tried something new. I give them kudos for trying something new, as you should. It struggled because it didn't go far enough. The Great Kung Lao era wasn't a risk at all. It was a direction, it was a breath of fresh air that we just did not get. They had the perfect setup, a new timeline, a new champion, a new beginning. And instead of building on it, they reset it. And now the real question is, how many resets can a franchise survive before players stop resetting with it? That's something NRS strongly has to consider when they're making these type of decisions. I want to say this here. Mortal Kombat will get better through thick or thin. I will be here to see how this story unfolds as we are on the verge of a new Mortal Kombat movie, which is dropping May 8th at your local theater.